sir. We live. We back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. If you don't know me, I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. We are the leaders in single entry 3 max and 20 max content. So even if that's your particular style of play, even if it's not, if you playing NBA DFS at all, I don't care what contest you're in, man. You want to be subscribed. You want to have your notification bell on. This is one of the best places you can be, man. I keep telling y'all, don't miss out, man. I see y'all viewing, too, that ain't subscribed, too, man. I want to hit that subscribe button, man. I don't know why you wake up searching for it every day. You might well have it, the alert right to your phone. So go on and do that, man. Have your notification bell on. Also, this morning, please do me one small favor, man. Hit that like button for your boy. It's greatly appreciated, all right? I thank each and every one of you for your views and likes, all right? Welcome, man. This is my starting five. If it's your first time here, this is where I bring you 5 plays across DraftKings and FanDuel. That's more than likely going to be in my player pool. I do one play from each position, hence the starting 5. They kind of give you a skeleton build of how it would look right now if the slate would start for me, all right? I always say more than likely because there's always injury news, late scratches. If you've been playing NBA for a while, you already know. If you haven't, you new to the game, you're going to find out very quickly. You have to be on top of the injury news for NBA DFS. But that's my disclaimer. Enough of that, man. I'm going to give you what you came for. But before we do, you know I got my lineup review, going over my high scoring lineups from the previous day's slate, talking through our thought process, what we did right, what we did wrong, trying to see what we can improve on. It's always good to evaluate yourself after a slate, man. You want to look at your plays and see that you if you were right, why you were right. If you was wrong, why you was wrong. Did you just get lucky? Did you get unlucky? Did a guy foul out? Whatever the case may be, you always want to evaluate your plays and why you chose guys and what worked and what didn't work. All right? But that being said, let's get into it. Last night, man, okay night. Pretty much about break even on DK, man. Could have been a much, much better night. You saw me on the video yesterday, man. They got me off of my Dennis Smith Jr. play. I'm not too mad at it, but I was on Dennis Smith Jr. I told y'all the Knicks, McBride, DiVincenzo, Hart, Achua. I told y'all all them Knicks were definitely in play. Hart was really the one you needed as he went for a monster. But they got me once Dennis Smith Jr. was not in the starting lineup yesterday. I panicked and got him out a lot of my lineups because the whole day I assumed that he was just going to step into that Dinwiddie role and just pick up Dinwiddie's 30 to 35 minutes. But once they announced that he was not starting and they went with the kid Wilson and Ben Simmons, I got a little nervous and got off a lot of my Dennis Smith Jr. shares. I still had some of them, but I got off a lot of them, and he was the better play between him and Wilson. I mean, I guess I just got unlucky because that could have went both ways. I was actually right in getting off of him because if you guys went to him, he only played 25 minutes. He happened to get there and give you a score that helped you, though, but he only played 25 minutes. So I'm not too upset at getting off of him because I see I made the right decision. He just made it happen in those 25 minutes, though. But like I said, I hate that starting lineup came out and changed me off a lot of, because I had a lot of DSJ. I was pretty much 100% McBride, 100% Dennis Smith Jr. yesterday, and I had to change that. I went to more Wilson, got to some AJ Green out there. Shout out to my boy Cam for that play. But yeah, man, that was the story of my night. Like I said, it was about a break even. We could have had a bigger night. But at the top, man, Luka Doncic 16% on. It was so much value yesterday. I'm shocked Luka didn't come in higher on than this. I thought he would be much higher on, him and Giannis. I thought you would see a lot of stars and scrubs yesterday. I thought you would see a lot of Luka Giannis lineups and then a bunch of the value. So was shocked that Luka didn't have that much ownership, only 16%. But I take it, man, 79 fantasy points from him as he just continues to cook this season. Get him in your lineups whenever you can. I fade him here and there. I was light on him last night, like I said, because I thought he'd be much higher on. I thought you could get him at about 30, 34%. But hey, Luka was solid for us. Miles McBride, I mean, no reason to even break it down. Everybody's chalk. 64% gave you a 40 burger. Josh Hart with the big day scoring wise, man, and the assists. That's what really helped him get there. The triple double, man. 23 points, 12 assists. He did what he always do. Get you 10 boards, 60 fantasy points from him, man. Definitely had to have it play as he almost 10x his salary right here. Jay Crowder, man, I did not have a lot of faith in him. I was lower on him. I was probably about 10 to 15% right down here, which I just did not have a lot of faith. But he worked in this spot at 7% on. Monster game, exactly 10x for him. 4,200 gave you 42 fantasy points. Definitely love that from Crowder. Got unlucky, man. Hartenstein got hurt here, man. 16% on. He was off to a solid start. It was about to be a big day for all those Knicks, man. Precious Achua was going to join the party. McBride gave you a good score. Hart gave you a good score. DiVincenzo was solid. You wanted a little more for him from his price tag, but he was still solid. Precious Achua gave you a good score. And if Hartenstein don't get hurt, man, I'm sure he follows. So got unlucky here in this spot. Keontae George got him at 16%. Just trying to get different. I knew McBride and guys like this was one of those spots that was DSJ. So I went down to Keontae George, got Wilson in here instead. So like I said, just one of those. The news got me off of DSJ. Keontae George at 16%, gave you 21 fantasy points, just okay. And Wilson got off to a great start. He 19 fantasy points. I think he had pretty much all this in the first half. I don't know if he got hurt or something. I don't know the game details of this particular one. I gotta see what happened. But I think this was all the first half. He did nothing in the second half. So either he was in foul trouble, didn't play, got hurt, or whatever. I didn't go through the full game breakdown. I usually do all that part after I shoot my video for y'all. But 19 fantasy points definitely hurt. And then Kevin Durant, man, me and the gang was just on Kevin Durant to begin with. I kind of wish that Booker news that came out a little later, but we was on Durant and Nurkic because I was thinking Booker and Beal will rest here in this spot. We got Booker out, Beal played, but still, I knew KD was a good play. I told the gang last night, give me Kevin Durant because he's a good play if Booker and Beal plays anyway, so I can just live with it, with him being in my lineup. But if for any reason we get that late news that one or both of them out, he should absolutely cook, and that's what we went with. So we had plenty of KD, 19% on, 61 fantasy points, was definitely a mover for us yesterday. But 344, my highest scoring lineup on DK. FanDuel, not so much over here. Missed the money on my single entry over here. At the top, Kobe White. Didn't give me a score that I wanted. Got him at 3% on, 34 fantasy points. Didn't get back up to those 40 minutes like I thought he would get closer to. Played like 35, 36. I thought he could push like 38, 39 minutes in this spot. Even if he had, though, it was just spread out. DeRozan was giving you some. Vooch was giving you some. It was just spread out between they semi-big three, they medium three over there. 34 fantasy points. Definitely needed some more from him. Miles McBride, 82% on. And this is the $10 single entry over here. 82% on, right at 40 fantasy points from him. Benedict Mathurin, man, just galaxy braining it once again, man. Y'all know me. Sometimes I will overthink it, man. I tell the gang, sometimes y'all might gotta stop me. I be talking to myself. I will overthink things, and this just was a galaxy brain play right here. I said, hey, Buddy Hield is gone. Mathurin should see plenty more minutes. His minutes should be solidified. He already gets solid minutes off the bench. It was a great game environment going against these Warriors, and we know he's capable of big games scoring. Just didn't quite get it done for us. He only 11 fantasy points. Like I said, it was better plays I could have got to and cheaper plays, but me just galaxy braining it here. Got him at 6%, but he definitely let us down and hurt us from cashing. If he just get me 30 fans, I was like 15 points from cashing over here or something like that. So if he just have a semi-decent game, we easily cash. AJ Green, once again, shout out to my boy Cam here. Once Lillard got ruled out, he brought up the name AJ Green. We was looking over there, got him in right here at 2% on. He came through, even though it was in garbage time, but we'll take it wherever we can get it at. It's DFS, man. You got to get it how you live sometimes. 33 fantasy points for him. Definitely helped us out. Dante DiVincenzo once again. Like I said, big night scoring. He just didn't add the peripherals in there. 36 real life points with only 39 fantasy points, man. Only 3 assists and 2 rebounds from him. We needed some more peripherals from him, but he, like I said, he was just okay yesterday. Paulo Banchero, this game got out of hand, and Franz Wagner was the one you needed, man. He had the super big day over there. Both of them was cooking early. Looked like it was going to be a big game for both of them, but Paulo Banchero kind of fell to the back of the game, kind of got out of hand here. 36 fantasy points from him at 35% on. At the power forward, Jalen Wilson once again. Like I said, it was just pivots, man. Once DSJ wasn't starting, I got nervous. I should have left him in, but hey. Kevin Durant, 36% on, had him everywhere. And then Precious Achiuwa, 60% on, 37 fantasy points from him. So, an okay night on DK. Could have been better, a little upset about it, but let's get back to it tonight and see if we can't get back some of that money we missed out on last night. All right, nice little 6 game of the day. We already got plenty of value, and we still waiting on news, man. Got some guys on back-to-back like the Bucks with still questionable guys over there. Maybe Lillard plays tonight, maybe he doesn't. We have to take it from there, but y'all know how I bring it to you right as we see the slate now with the news we got now. And I kind of make my interpretations on what I think is going to happen. Like yesterday when I told you, Brunson probably wasn't going to play. So we try to make some interpretations. Sometimes we right, sometimes we wrong, but we make adjustment as it happens. At the top, point guard, give me Tyrese Maxey, 9,200 in the dream matchup here against the Atlanta Hawks. Fast-paced, no real defense. This just sets up well for him. This is his type of game environment, pushing the ball, getting out, playing in transition. This game shapes up perfectly for a guy like Tyrese Maxey. Maxey against the Hawks, Maxey against the Pacers. He loves to play in transition, get to the cup. Game bodes well for Tyrese Maxey, man. Still no Embiid over there. It's the him and Tobias Harris show. I like going to Maxey at 9,200. You can just sign me up right here. Highest total game on the slate. One of the closer spreads. We have some other high totals, but those spreads are a little larger, so you're going to have to dodge the blowout in those situations. This one is the highest total. Expected to be a competitive game. Sign me up for Tyrese Maxey. At the shooting guard, I'm going to go right back to Amen Thompson. We still got Fred VanVleet out. I don't expect the Houston Rockets to change what they did last time out. It worked pretty well. Give me Amen Thompson here at 5,300. Expect him to be slated in the starting lineup and get the same amount of minutes he got last time. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it, all right? Sign me up for Amen Thompson. At the small forward, I want to look at Brandon Ingram, 7,700. Now, the interesting thing about tonight, man, is tons of value, but all your top pay-up options are on the second night of a back-to-back outside of Sabonis. So you got Giannis on a back-to-back, Jokic on the second night of a back-to-back, AD and LeBron on the second night of a back-to-back. Sabonis is like this only pay-up option that is not on the second night of a back-to-back. So it'd be interesting to see how people attack the pay-up options with all this value we have. But that's another side note. Brandon Ingram, 7,700, just has been on a tear, man. He's been playing well. And if you believe in that whole revenge narrative thing, he is going back to L.A., man. I'm pretty sure he want to show off a little bit, showing what they missing out on, what they could have had with him here. So I like Brandon Ingram at 7,700. And this Pelicans team is just playing well right now. It's always risky trying to nail down which one is going to be. I was telling my subscribers that last time when we was talking about this game. It could be Ingram, it could be Zion, it could be CJ. I'm leaning Ingram in this matchup, in this particular game environment here, but like I said, it's a little risky because it could be the night Zion goes off, or maybe CJ McCollum got it going. So it's always a little risky when you pick him from a big three like this, but I like Ingram in this spot. I take him in this matchup going against the Lakers here. At the power forward, I think KJ Martin is an excellent value piece. Let's get over here and look at this Philly lineup. With everybody out over here, I think KJ Martin slides into the starting lineup. Pat Beverly is gone. Jaden Springer is gone. And another quick side note, DraftKings, why do we have Kelly Oubre at power forward? Like, he been at shooting guard, small forward all year. Now he just power forward. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, with Beverly Springer gone, I'm expecting KJ Martin to slide into that small forward lineup. So for me, I'm thinking the starting lineup is going to be Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, KJ Martin, Tobias Harris, and Paul Reed is what I'm pretty sure they're going to go with. But we got to keep an eye on that. Either way, man, KJ Martin should see improved minutes. Whether he starts or not, man, he could play starters minutes. I think he starts. I think he's a lock to start. I really don't know who else they're going to go to. Sign me up for KJ Martin 4,100. You saw him last time out. I think he got 26 minutes and get 29. Oh, he got 29 minutes last game. I'm sorry. Gave 27 fantasy points. Solid outing from him. I don't mind going right back to him at 4,100. As he could see 30 plus in this matchup. But sign me up for KJ Martin in an excellent game environment. He's a solid rebounding wing too. Probably get that from his daddy. If you don't know about KJ Martin, do your research. But give me KJ Martin Jr. here, 4,100. Sign me up. At the center spot, it could be a Larry Nance Jr. sighting. We got J Val questionable. Left the game early last time out. Only played like 11 minutes. Think that bodes well for him being out in this spot, and we could get the Larry Nance Jr. start here. That's another. Nance played for the Lakers for a little bit too, but that's another thing. He played for a lot of teams, but I'm going to like Larry Nance down here at 4,200. He probably get cooked alive by AD because he's just not big enough to match up with him, but he still should be solid. Live for a double-double here, man. Give me Larry Nance Jr. at 4,200 as another value piece here. So there you have it. Your starting five for DraftKings. Tyrese Maxey, Amen Thompson, Brandon Ingram, KJ Martin, and Larry Nance Jr., man. Get you some exposure to these guys. You know I'm going to have them in my player pool for sure. Let's take a look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over there, man. If you haven't hit that like button yet, what are you waiting on? Go on and do that right now, all right? At the top, man, staying in that Atlanta-Philly game and coming to the other side, give me the other point guard, Trae Young, 9,700 here. Yes, I like him in this matchup. The pick and roll with him and Paul Reed or him and whoever should work beautifully with no Embiid back there, no real rim protection. That should allow Trae Young to work his way all the way in the paint, get to the rim. I like this matchup here. It should be a nice back and forth between him and Maxey. I can see a little duel, a little battle here, but give me Trae Young, 9,700, man. Sign me up in this matchup, all right? At the shooting guard, I want to look at Jalen Green. Now, when you come to FanDuel, they got our man Thompson all the way up to 7,200. FanDuel is be so proactive with these prices, man. He is, and for 7,200, I would just go to Jalen Green, especially if our man Thompson is getting a lot of ownership over here on FanDuel. I doubt it be that high as it's going to be on DraftKings. But if everybody's going to go to our man Thompson again, I go right back to Jalen Green. I'm perfectly fine with it. Hopefully we'll try this again. Hopefully he can pick up some assists for us. With the scoring and shot attempts, we know that's going to be there. We just need him to get some peripherals, man. Hopefully he can command a little more ball handling or something like that and give us those assists we need here in this spot. But I'm definitely going to take some shots on him. Not worried about this matchup against the Toronto Raptors, guys. Quietly, the Toronto Raptors is a very good matchup for fantasy purposes. I like taking teams against the Raptors. You can sign me up for Jalen Green here at 7,500. Coming at a small forward, I want to stay with Brandon Miller, 7,600. I'm just going to continue to play the kid, man. He is playing well. Didn't have that big of a game last time out, but that's because his sidekick, Miles Bridges, had it going and put up a big scoring night. So everybody's going to take a hit when you got one guy putting up 40, 50, 60, whatever, how many points a star is putting up or whoever's having a good game is putting up, it's going to make everybody else take a hit. Expect him to be right back in the mix tonight. You know this Bucks defense is not good. That's why they went and got Beverly. He should cook whatever backcourt is back there holding them. I don't think Beverly will be ready to go tonight, but if he is, okay. Still sign me up for Brandon Miller, 7,600, man. I like the way this rookie is playing. He's rounding in the form over here. And at the power forward, KJ Martin once again, 4,800. Slight price up over here, but like I said, I'm okay with it. I'm anticipating him being in the starting lineup. Definitely live for a double-double in this spot. Love the matchup. Plenty of possessions, up and down game. He can play in transition, all of the above. Give me KJ Martin, 4,800. And then at the center, as you just saw, man, sign me up for Kristaps Porzingis. This is a spot where Jason Tatum is questionable with an illness. I personally think he sits today because they're playing the Washington Wizards. They do not need him to handle these Washington Wizards. So that being said, it's going to give those Celtics guys a boost. I like some Jaylen Brown as well if Tatum is out. I think he is out. So Brown and Porzingis are going to be my favorite two plays from the Celtics when Tatum gets ruled out a little later today. But if he isn't, we'll adjust. But y'all know Washington gives it up to the center. The number one fantasy matchup for the center position is the Washington Wizards. Sign me up for Kristaps Porzingis, especially if Tatum is out, man. He should cook them down there. And I don't even know who's going to be starting at center for the Wizards, man, with no Gafford over there. Like I said, it is value all over the place. You're going to be able to do what you want to today. So it's going to be interesting to see how ownership comes in on these studs. But that's going to do it for us here today, man. That's your starting five for FanDuel. Kristaps Porzingis, KJ Martin, Brandon Miller, Jalen Green, and Trae Young. Y'all already know. Any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me below in the comment section. Holler at me on Twitter. I'll respond whenever I see them, man. I appreciate y'all once again. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.